Okay, so I started this video here with the adapter setup. Here is the controller on the rod. This particular rod do not have the little arm that press the trigger. And here is the other controller and the half cup. Now, the way in which you perform the reeling, you'll have your obviously your hand on the rod, whichever ways you want, like this, or whichever is comfortable. Now, when you're reeling in the fish, this controller, the free hand, you put it inside the half cup, and you can use this like a one finger like this, just to hold it. And now you have to tilt this controller. It doesn't have to be straight up like this. It have to be in this orientation, like kind of flat. So you rotate around this way. Now I will show that motion on the game. I'm gonna record myself in the game, and I'm gonna be using this and try to catch up my hands so you can see that the reeling function is working. Okay, this is for anybody who needs to confirm if they're doing properly the process or using the adapter. Again, it's very simple. This goes on the rod. As you know, the reeling hand has a half cup. You can just put you put the controller inside that space, and you hold it with one hand, one finger, whichever way you want. But then the controller here have to be a little bit flat like this. Now let's do this in the game and see how that performs. Okay, I'm recording in the game, and obviously my hand is not pressing the trigger, so it is free. Since I'm not pressing the trigger or the side button, the hand is free. I'm gonna pull back the fishing line just by clicking the button on the joystick and just pressing back. So now you got the string back in your hand. Now I'm gonna toss that again to one of these fish location here, and I'm using expert mode. You can use this in any setting. So here we go. Now obviously my line is over there somewhere where some fish may be. Now if I click the side button or the trigger button, I'm gonna grab the handle. See how I did? I press the trigger, and it grabbed the handle. I press the side button and it grabbed the handle. Now, remember what I mentioned, the orientation of the adapter for the reeling hand, you're gonna see it as I am pulling in the line in a minute. At the moment, I'm gonna do that particular action or reeling. So if I have the controller straight up like this, and I try reeling, it doesn't see the motion working. But if you take the controller and face it forward like this, okay, this is the way it is right now. I grabbed it, but if I put it down this way, like horizontally, when I do this, you can see the hand is spinning. You can see the recording on my goggle that see the hand spinning. Now, obviously I'm in expert mode. I have to get a fish, and then I start reeling. So for the moment, I'm gonna pull back the line, and then I'm gonna go to a side where I can catch a fish. For the moment, again, I'm gonna come reeling back the fish. See how I did? You can see how I do to the rod right here. I do the rod like this, and I can put my hand or do it like this, and you can see how it's spinning. So the problem that anybody could have is that they're holding the controller not on a flat orientation like this, but standing up like this, and that doesn't work. Well, now the line is on my all the way back, so it doesn't really work if the line is here. You have to toss the line out first. So let's find a fish. Let me just adjust my length here. Find some fish. If I can only find some fish, let's find out what kind of lure I can have here. Let me go to the menu on my free hand and say, okay, fish style. I got this different fish. I'm gonna use one of these bait that I have and see what happened. Just get out of the menu. Click. Change my bait. Let's see if I get something out. Now let's try that over there again. Make it Oops, bad throw. Let me put it back. Do it again. Oh, perfect throw right there. Still look like the line's a little farther back. I'm just gonna wait and see. So I'm gonna reel in a little bit to get closer to where the fish were. I pressed the trigger button, obviously, and I put my controller, as I mentioned, a little bit flat. Like the face is flat instead of standing up, the black face of the controller. We got something on the line, and now I'm railing. See my hand is spinning and the fish moving. You see the fan is spinning and the fish is coming over. And this is why you have the half cup, because you can move my fish around and like this. So I can keep this, I need the money, and I can go back and do this again. I hope this is coming out on the video again. Now you just back again, get your half cup on the controller, find out where you want to go, toss your line. If it's too far, you can reel it in again, press the trigger button, and if you have the right position of the controller, you can see the hand coming in, spinning. Something on the line again. Here we got it again. See my spin, my hand spinning as I spin. This works no matter what level you are. Well, I'm not really that much of a fisherman. This thing is catching little things. Again, I think this is basically all I can say with regard how you use the adapter. With regard to any other issue that you may find, let's say if you feel something is either not too smooth on the wrap printed portion of it, you can point that out. I can see where the problems are, and I can make sure that I improve on the quality of that part of the adapter. But for now, I think this is all. As I mentioned, your controller for the reeling hand have to be on a kind of horizontal position, and then you just circle like this. Now if the line is not out, it's not going to circle back. So if I test again this thing out, and I grab with a trigger button or the side button, now my controller is again horizontally like this, okay, and my hand goes around. You can see how it rotates around. It's all about how you orientate your controller on the half cut. So let me cut this video short now so I can share it, and hopefully this can clear out some of the possible issues that any of you may have. All right, thank you for listening and watching the video.